everybody, it's Joan, and today I'm doing something a little bit different to what I have normally done on this channel, and I will be doing the newbie AuthorTube tag thingy-badoo. So I have the questions all pulled up. Without further ado, let's get into the questions so that I'm not rambling for too long. So the first question is, how did you find out about AuthorTube? And the way that I found out about AuthorTube was by doing write-ins and live streams that other YouTubers do. So I would go to some AuthorTubers live streams and of writing sprints, so we would all get together and be productive for a certain amount of time, and that really helps a lot during Nano. So November and then Camp Nano, April and July, it just really helps me when I can be with a group of people, even virtually, being with those people and then us all being productive at the same time is really helpful for me to stay productive and keep writing. So I got into AuthorTube that way, by live streams and just watching everyone else's videos, and learning about self-publishing is something that I'm working on. The second question is, what genres do you write in? So I consider myself, I guess, contemporary YA, maybe. I have really no idea. I haven't looked into that a lot. But basically what I write is slice of life type of stuff, so you kind of get this snippet of a piece of life of this character, and you get to see what their life is like and the struggles that they go through. So I guess that's kind of contemporary YA, I think. I don't know. It's also kind of coming of age stories. A lot of what I've written so far is high schoolers and things that they are dealing with, things that they shouldn't have to deal with. So this next question, question 3, is a kind of a 3-part question. So it says, what is your preferred writing tense, point of view, and category of story? So writing tense and point of view for me kind of go hand in hand. So I normally write in first person present, is what I've been doing. There are a few stories of mine that are third person, I think past, because I don't know, if my preferred writing tense is first person present tense. I'll just put it there. And then my category of story, I guess, is YA. Question number 4. Are you a plotter, a pantser, or a plantser? So I have always considered myself a pantser. The first thing I wrote was completely pantsed. I had vague ideas of how the story was going to go, but I pantsed the entire thing. So only recently I've been considering myself more of a plantser. So I think for its first drafts, I'll do a very rough, what people call 0 draft. And I will write that and just get the idea out there. And then after that, I will take some time with it, think, is this really the story that I want to tell? Is this how I want to tell it? And then I will go out, and I have been working on learning how to outline and actually setting up a story and having it structured. So I'm actually kind of enjoying that going into camp. Next month, I have an outline, I have a structure, my story, it seems to all be flowing together really well, which I'm super excited about. So I'm becoming more of a plantser. I don't know if I'll become a full-out plotter ever, because I like my characters being able to take the story and just kind of run on their own with it, because I can't control them. They have their own minds. They can do whatever they want, at least in the first draft. After that, I'll kind of rein them back in. That makes sense, right? So question number 5, are you self-published, published, traditionally published, or yet to be published? So I am currently yet to be published. I have looked a lot in the past week about self-publishing, and even though I know sometimes it may be hard with contemporary fiction, I really love being able to have control of everything in my story. I love being able to have the control of the cover design art, control the stuff that I want in it, control how, I want to be able to control my story. I have been looking a lot more into self-publishing, but as of now, I am unpublished. So question number 6 is, what publishing company, literary agent, and or printing company are you represented by or use? If you're not yet published, what is your dream publishing house or literary agent? So I have no idea. Obviously, since I'm not published right now, I don't have a publishing house, and I don't have a literary agent. I don't know if I'll ever have either of those things, because I might just go full-on self-published, at least for now. Maybe in the future, I could start up my own publishing company to help other people who just write contemporary fiction and get their names out there. That'd be pretty cool. Starting my own business. Not something I ever thought I would say. Huh. Interesting. But as of right now, I don't have any dream publishing house or anything or any like that stuff. I'm just kind of going with the flow and figuring stuff out as I go. Question number 7 is what AuthorTube related videos can we expect to find on your channel? So as of right now, I only have like where the vlogs where I write 10,000 words in a day. But moving forward, I want to do more writing vlogs, more of how I write a story and like how I kind of set it up and my process and all that fun stuff. And hopefully in the soonest future, like within like the next year and a half, 2 years, I can take you on my journey of self-publishing, which would be really, really cool. Because that I've always wanted to be published. I want to get my story out there. I want people to like read these stories that I've had in my mind for so long. So moving forward, there will be more AuthorTube-ish type videos, which is why I'm making this, so that people can get to know me before I start posting all of those and find my channel, which would be awesome. Speaking of which, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe down below if you want to see more of me and my AuthorTube stuff as well. I also do some singing stuff occasionally and just some random vlogs. So with me, you really never know what you're gonna get, and I kind of like that. I just saw so many surprises. Question number 8 is when did you start writing? And for me, I like officially started like writing fiction in 3rd grade. That's when I really started getting into writing. And then in middle school, so 7th and 8th grade is when I really got into Camp Nano and started like actually writing like full-on novels and having all of these ideas for actual full-length books instead of, again, just pantsing my way through it. But yeah, 3rd grade is when I started writing. On top of that, question number 9 is what is the first story you ever wrote? And there's 2 stories that I can think of, and I don't know which one came first. But there is what I call my Magic Treehouse spinoff. So I had a prompt and I had to like write about something that happened in the past. So I took these 2 kids, put them in a treehouse, they went back in time, and they found out about history. So I wrote that in 3rd grade. And then the second one is the first like more novel-y type thing that I wrote, which was called Dear Diary. And it was a girl who was going through life, and she was, I think, literally in 3rd grade. I normally write with the same age that I am. It's kind of just how it's been. But she was going through 3rd grade or like 5th grade or something, and then her family moves, and then her family moves again, and then they move again, and then they move again, and then they just keep moving all over the world. And like eventually they were gonna get to Antarctica and they were gonna like live there for like a month. Like, Celeste, what were you doing? But yeah, those are like the first 2 things I ever wrote. But that, like, I was including all my friends' names in that because I couldn't think of names. And like I was just including all my friends in that story and just having fun with it and like writing an alternate reality where we are all moving around the world and having fun. Question number 10 is what authors have inspired your writing the most? And I don't know if I have like specific authors, but I definitely have specific books where I've like kind of drawn some inspiration from. Let me grab a few of those real quick. So I said I was going to grab a few books. I grabbed like 6. So let's go back to like childhood. And starting with Judy Blume. So 2 amazing books. It's, again, very much that just slice of life, and you kind of just see the character's life and what was in store for them. And that's what I loved reading. So I think that's why I love writing it so much, is that I get to tell this character's story. And then moving on a little bit, I don't know, I'll go with these 2. So A Hole in the Earth also kind of helped. Again, it's very much just here's what's going on in the character's life, and I really want to reread this because I think now that I'm older I would actually get more out of it. And then I'm Not Her. I have some tabs in here because I've actually kind of used parts of this for research on my own books that I'm writing, and just like lines that I want to keep, like just scenes I want to keep in my mind moving forward. But definitely, again, I'm Not Her, also a very like contemporary slice of life type thing, which again is what I love. So 2 of my favorite authors, Margaret Peterson Haddix. I have read a lot of her books. I got obsessed with her in like 5th and 6th grade at a book fair from school. So we have Full Ride in 1, which is one of her more, I don't want to say realistic, but more this world kind of type stuff. Also wonderful book. Also feel like I need to reread this. And then we also have another favorite author, John Green, Fault in Our Stars. I've also read all of John Green's books. I need to read An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green, but we'll get there. And I also have every book on this top shelf are books that I have to read. Plus the last 3 books in the Harry Potter series. I'm on book 5. I like seeing into like a person's life that I won't get to live, and by reading I'll be able to like kind of live it but without actually living it. So question 11 is, do you schedule your writing or do you simply just write whenever you have the time to do so? It depends. So I will schedule out like my 10K days, which are normally on Saturdays or Sundays when I know I have like the most amount of time that I can just sit down and write. So I will schedule out days where I can just sit and write, and that's like all I'll do. But I also need to have the inspiration. If I don't know what I'm going to write, I can't just sit down and write nothing because I don't have anything to write. I can't just stare at a blank document forever. That's not going to help. So as long as I have something to write, I can schedule out time for writing. But most of the time, I'll just be sitting in my room being like, I could write for a bit today. And then I'll just write for a bit. So it really just depends on like where my inspiration level is at and how much time I have, because I don't have any deadlines or anything. I don't have an agent. I don't have deadlines to meet. So I am right now free to just write whenever I want to write. And I love that because I'm not going to get burnt out by writing a lot every day. Question number 12 is, do you write using a computer, typewriter, write by hand, a mixture of those, and where do you write in general? I write on my computer and I also write by hand if I don't have my computer with me. Most of the times I will just type out my computer because I can get the words out, I can put them down, and I can save them where I know they're kind of, hopefully, saved. And then I'll back everything up 1,000 times. That's another story for a different video. I do a lot of notes by hand, so I'll be like, oh, write this thing and write this thing. But I do have, in this journal I have a lot of just pages. So I have page of writing, more writing, and then I have notes, and then I have notes, and then I have writing, more writing, that's something else, more writing, literally just pages on pages of like handwritten things, because I'll like write on breaks at work, or I'll just like write in the car or wherever I can. I just have writing everywhere. And then question number 13 is, what are you most looking forward to now that you are part of AuthorTube? So I am honestly looking forward to doing live streams. I really would love to host some writing sprints because they help me so much, and I know they help so many other people, and it's a great way to actually be able to communicate with the other writers in this group is by doing live streams and talking in real time. And I'm excited to start doing live streams, and I just need to block out the time and actually sit down and do it one day. Like, I think the first time is just going to be I'm going to be a ball of wreck. I'm going to be a ball of nerves. That's what it is. But I'm excited to do some live streams on some writing sprints, do some virtual write-ins, and then I'm also excited to bring you guys along on my self-publishing journey, which I really want to be happening soon. That'd be super cool. I'm excited for it, and I hope all of you guys are too. That is all I have for today. If you guys want to do this tag, if you are an AuthorTuber and haven't done the tag yet, or if you're getting into AuthorTube like I am, I will leave the questions down in the description for you guys, and I hope to see all of your videos. If you do them, please let me know. That'd be super awesome. But that is all I have time for today, and I will see you guys all hopefully next week. Bye!